where it is, but I know where it is, Kyle. Oh, Jesus Christ, you actually have it.
How's this for a walk down memory lane?
There it is.
Sega Dreamcast, baby. Sega Dreamcast. And no, I'm not done. I got more.
Yo, pass me one of those controllers.
Here's number 2. I still got the price tag on it from the pawn shop.
You got it at a pawn shop?
$139. Yeah. It's the original. It's the first one I ever got.
You remember those old computer cases?
God,
like the eggshell white computer cases?
Right.
That's the only thing I'm thinking about seeing that one.
You know, I heard that the yellow ones are more expensive. Over time, they age in UV light. And I'm not done.
I know you're not. I see that box. I'm peeking into it.
There's another one.
Number 4.
I have 4 Sega Dreamcasts sitting right here. I think 2 work.
That doesn't surprise me.
I think 2 of them work.
That rumble pack.
Right.
Sat right on top.
Got spider webs all in it. Dude, this is crazy. Throwback. I remember I had a black one. I actually stole it from Rent to Own because it was the only black one I've ever seen in my life. It's like I gotta have it. So yeah.
That is just... That's nuts. I haven't seen a Dreamcast controller in so long. And you know what's funny? Because you're not the only one that, like...
Dirty and dusty.
I don't want to say, like, bonded over a Dreamcast with, but, like, I had a conversation with my friend, and he's quite a bit older than me, too. Bagger. Christopher Bagger, that's his name. And, he, the first time I ever met Bagger, he didn't really talk to me all that much. We were sitting on a couch at the gaming center, and,
okay.
I brought up, I'm like, what's your all-time favorite gaming console ever?
Yeah. And
he's like, I don't know, it's probably... 360 is really good right now, but that's just because it's the end. And I'm like, yeah, I can understand that. And he's like, I interrupted him. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but I'm sure you've heard of it. But have you ever played a Sega Dreamcast? And he's like, how old are you?
Right. Like, what the fuck do you think?
And I'm like, I was like 15, 16 at the time. I had just got my first car and just got my first job.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
And I was just getting out and really exploring Perryville. And I was talking to him, and he's like, how do you know what a Dreamcast is? And I'm like, dude, I had one at my daycare.
Right.
And we played Sonic Adventure on it. He's like, that's like the only game anybody knows by him.
What?
What
about Ready to Rumble Boxing? What about that? When that first hit, that changed the game too. Like, we never had a boxing game like that, and it was just cool. They had Michael Jackson in that too.
I forgot how fucking big this thing is.
Right.
this right here is what made your controller rumble back in the day. You had to get a separate
Hold on, no, you're wrong.
Oh no, this is the memory pack.
That's the rumble pack. That's the rumble pack.
My bad.
It even got the little thing in there that vibrates and twists when you hit the little weight twist.
Yeah.
Whenever you hit something.
I remember you had to have this too. You had to have both of them if you really wanted to play them.
That's so crazy.
I wouldn't be throwing this around here.
Man, that old shit. I could probably go find 40 on eBay tomorrow.
Probably. I bet they'd be fucking expensive though.
It might be. I haven't checked much. You know, there's a store in the mall. I forgot what it's called, but they have Dreamcast games in there too.
Really?
Yeah, there's a store in the mall. I forgot the name of it. It's right across from Journeys, I believe.
Fucking Journeys.
Journeys, right?
Man, that's nuts. I did not expect you to whip out a Dreamcast tonight.
I don't even have the cords for this shit, man. Like, I got food on this shit, like all type of stuff.
Yeah. This right here. It may not be the ideal controller It was comfy though.
Right. It was perfect.
It's
perfect
big enough.
size. Right.
It's a good weight.
Right.
Like,
right.
They
had the triggers and all of that. Had the D-pad plus the little analog stick. It was perfect.
I wouldn't. Nothing's perfect.
To me,
everything has its flaws.
You want to know when I first played the first Xbox controller? I hated it.
The original Xbox controller sucks cock though.
Fucking big, and I was just like, man, I'm used to Dreamcast. It's smaller, but to me, the PlayStation controller was too small.
I didn't like the PS4 controller when it first came out.
There's a different one. I thought it was the same.
No,
okay.
It's a little boxier.
Okay,
and it's got a touchpad on it.
Okay, cool.
Which 3 games utilized, and that was the big selling point of the PS4. They're like,
you want to know which one well, shit. I think the controller I hated the most in history.
N64.
Yes.
I hated that thing.
Yes.
I still hate that.
They call it the Trident controller.
It looks like a Trident.
It's fucking terrible.
If you put a stick on the end of it where the cord's coming out, it would be a Trident.
Right. I hated that, man. And the stick was just too flimsy and it wasn't a ball like this one.
It was just that. It was probably a good inch out of the thing.
Right.
And it had a little nub on it.
Right.
And it didn't even have any rubber on it. So it hurt your fingers after a while.
Right. Then it had a little trigger that was in the middle under here, which was hard to press. I'm like, why wasn't it on these sides?
Well, you're supposed to hold it. You're supposed to forget about this one over here and just hold this the analog stick and the A/B buttons.
Gotcha.
And then they came out with arguably the best controller ever made.
Well, who did?
Nintendo.
GameCube?
Yeah.
I don't even remember what that looked like.
I'd say I have mine in my car, but I don't. It's
I gotta say, Dreamcast is top 3 in controllers, man.
Oh, for sure. I love that thing.
It might be the first to me, but I can't think of anything better. I love the Sega Genesis controller.
I miss the original Sega controller. It was that little, just about yay big.
Right, and just the
it
3.
Had A, B, X, Y.
Oh, you want the second one, the one that had turbo and all that shit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it had the bumpers up top and a D-pad to control everything.
That one came out with the Genesis 2. Yeah, that was cool.
That was a solid controller. I mean, it was just a SNES controller pretty much. But
now see, I hated this controller because randomly I would press turbo or slow.
Oh yeah, the side buttons are.
I hated this one.
I like this one.
I like those.
This one's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like those. But this one right here got on my fucking nerves. I'm not gonna lie. It's so funny. We just happen to be in a home that has these. I'm pretty sure I have a game in one of these.
Watch it be Sonic Adventure. You know how much that thing sells for?
Sonic Adventure?
Yeah, the original one for the Dreamcast.
I know.
It's not cheap. I'll put it that way.
I bet it's not. No game so far. Nope. No game in it. I remember for a minute, I don't know how I learned this, but for the first PlayStation, once it started fucking up and it wouldn't read the disc, all you would have to do was slide the lens far and then turn on power. And then it'll slide back and just start reading. I was like, that's so dope.
One of the things I liked about the GameCube the most was when it wouldn't read a game, all you have to do is pop it open. And there was a little button on this side and it had a little divot in it. To let you know this is going to open up the GameCube. You'd press it, and GameCube discs were only about yay big.
Yeah, I remember that. They were so small.
Yeah, and then you just spin it a bunch, pop it down,
start playing.
hit the power button.
There you go.
Worked. 60% of the time, it worked 100% of the time.
Yo, what started the blowing of the cartridges? It's like everybody just knew that if the game didn't work, just blowing it. Like, what started that?
I have no idea. I mean, dust can get up in there.
Right.
I mean, that's what I did with all my Game Boy games. I remember those things rolling about yay big, and you go.
Yo, I had this whole routine for the first Nintendo, and it's like if a game not working, I'll take my shirt, rub the inside of both sides, just blow it, and then once I put it in, if it worked, cool. If it don't, I got another thing. Blow it again, and then Once you put it in, slide it to the right a little bit, slide it to the left, get it in the middle, put it in, play every time. I don't know why.
There's just certain things with your console, you knew how to work it. Everybody else would be like, yo, Kyle. I'm like, what? Your GameCube isn't reading. I'm like, give me a second. I go over there, I'd fix it. Be like, there you go.
I've got dog hair in here.
Dude, you want to talk about dog hair? I'm always covered in dog hair at work. I come in and Dwayne's like, yo, what is that on you?
Look how yellow that is. This is the other color. Two different ones. It's two different ones, literally.
You remember what it said? It's like those old computer cases.
Yeah. You ain't lying. This is the same shit, though, ain't it? It's made of the same shit.
Mm-hmm. It's that old 90s plastic that yellows with age.
Right. I can hear this shit come on.
That's the sound you're never going to forget.
Never. Dreamcast is this shit, man.
I still remember the PS2 boot up sound.
I would have to hear it.
It goes, I'm not going to imitate it correctly.
Go for
it. It was like, boom.
I know what it is now.
PS2 is my shit. It has one of my top 10 games on it, actually. 2 of my top 10 games, actually.
It's weird, because this modem even detaches and everything.
Yeah, the back ports are... It was... I think one of the left ports. You'd buy an adapter for it. Or, yeah, the left port.
Serial?
Let me see it.
Or the AV out?
AV is your audio video.
Yeah, I know, but serial, what the hell is that?
I don't know. Let me see it. Oh, there it is right there. This is your Cat 5 cable. That's where you'd put an Ethernet cable
yeah.
Slap it in there.
Right.
Back in the day, that's not actually...
She had dial-up on it.
Yeah, it would have been a phone line, actually.
Right.
I don't know what the serial port is, because it's not... Is it an actual port? That is.
I've only played one game online on there.
Oh!
What's up?
That's like the grandpa to USBs.
Okay.
Because USB stands for Universal Serial Bus.
Right. See, I didn't know that.
Sega.
I still have my name carved into this one. This must have been the first one. See? Cobra. Carved into the top.
This thing. I'm going to have to get a few pictures of these, dude. Oh, the actual power buttons that push down and stay in.
Right. Extension. See that modem?
It's right here, too.
Craziness, man.
Yeah, that's the modem, because there's your line in.
I have to go back and find all these games or burn them. You supposed to burn me some games, man.
I know. I've been lazy about that.
Yeah, no, compatible with Microsoft Windows CE. Crazy, man. Crazy. I'm glad we did this over here, because I forgot they were up there.
Yeah. I'm glad we did this.
I didn't bring my Genesis games. They were in the other car. I should have brought the other car, so... Yeah, man.
We know for next time if you want me to come back on.